I want to make a video on how to program in Fusion 360. That's kind of the stuff that I wish I knew when I first started. Some of the more basic concepts and how to select the correct geometry and what to look out for. I mean, there's definitely more in-depth videos out there, but this is just a basic getting started video for anybody that wants to program in Fusion 360. So I'm just going to do a very simple model. Make sure we got some rounded corners on there. It's always better. And pretty much, even if you have a part that's more complex, a lot of the concepts will be the same. There's going to be flat surfaces and edges. Won't be that different, just a different shape. Let's move into the manufacturing workspace. And so with this one, we're going to use the model box point or the stock box point. Let's use a fixed size. Let's get the size of the aluminum we're going to cut it out of. And then I like to set the z-axis off the top of the material about 20 thou. That gives you enough meat to really get a nice little face on there. Everything looks good. Just click OK. First thing we're going to do is get into our face mill. We're just going to run a 2-inch face mill cutter. Pretty simple. Select the tool. Fusion has plenty of tools to choose from. Looks good. Just go ahead and click OK and see what we get. Looks pretty good, but I really don't like the back and forth cut, so I'm going to switch this to a climb cut. Get a little bit smoother transition between your passes with the climb cut. Alright, that looks like what we want. Now here's my favorite tool, the 3D adaptive clearing. This is by far the best tool Fusion offers, if you ask me. I'm just going to use a 1/2-inch end mill. And I found the recommended settings for roughing is pretty good. I rarely change it. Every once in a while I have to change the optimal load. But just click OK, see what you get. Looks like I got to change the height offset because I want to avoid hitting the fixtures. So we leave ourselves 15 thou from the bottom of the material. I'm sorry, 150 thou. Kind of gets all the aluminum we don't want out of there. Keeps the tool down and it goes really fast. So let's just do a 2D contour and clean up the outside edges. I'm not the biggest fan of their recommended setting for finishing. I'll slow that down a bunch. Let's do the same thing, avoid our fixture. I like to add a little finishing overlap to it. That looks good, but I want to change my lead-in entry area, or my lead-in entry position. Okay, that's what we want. Now let's take care of that hole. Let's do a 2D pocket. We'll just select the roughing for now. Same 1/2-inch end mill. But on this one, what we want is, let's select our geometry. And then on this one, what I want to do is I want to actually punch through the bottom of the material. And then I also want to make sure that the tool doesn't start too early because the 3D adaptive has already cut out a bunch of that area there, or a bunch of that material. That looks pretty good. Let's see what we get. Okay, we just got to make one change. It looks like I got to remove the stock to leave and add a finishing pass. All right, I like it. It's better to get that hole done on the first time than the second operation. And now let's add a chamfer. This is one thing I always found was kind of weird about Fusion. Let's go select the chamfer tools. And they really don't have a lot of options. It's not that big of a deal. Making a tool is pretty simple. But, you know, I mean, I don't use either of these. I'll use a 1/4 inch or a 3/8. Let's give it a name so you know what it is. Always worth taking the time to do. Then let's set all the cutter properties. It's pretty standard, to be honest with you. You can just grab one and take some measurements. And then let's edit the cutting data. This is kind of a standard speeds and feeds for chamfering that I use. Select our geometry. Now we got to add the chamfer width. You always add a finishing overlap. And let's select our position, our leading position. Okay, everything looks like what I want. And then just take a look at everything you did. It's pretty easy, really. Really doesn't take me that much time at all. And I would say most parts, no matter what they look like, they're all very simple. There's obviously plenty more tools to use, but these are like the basics if you ask me.